Welcome, welcome, everyone. I am Dr. Amba, Dryg Tobin, and I am hosting today this tapping into nature, specifically the transition between seasons and the manifesting magic power of that. And world peace is the goal today, what we create within our inner peace and self-love is rippling right now as I speak to help create world peace today. And I am excited that the practices we're going to do and rituals are open to any spiritual faith or any heart centered well wishes for more peace in the world and bringing in what we desire and maybe what we need in getting our needs met right now in our life. And I really am excited to also have a new friend who is going to share, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and her lovely gift.
Welcome, everyone. I am Michele Newman, High Vibe Life Priestess of Pure, Peaceful Presence. And I would like to point out that we have our beautiful Mama Tree here who is singing to us because, as Dr. Amba has said, we are truly tapping into nature. I tap into nature all the time, and Dr. Amba and I actually have this in common. One of my favorite things to say for your own inner, pure, peaceful presence is hug a tree, because the trees are the sentinels from heaven to earth. They ground us. And when you hug a tree or put your back, your spine up against the tree, you are connecting to divine source and to the earth. And you are grounding yourself with the roots of the tree. And because we are tapping into nature here for magical manifestation on this magical intention time of summer solstice tomorrow, the changing of the seasons. The summer solstice is tomorrow, and it truly is a magical time of intention and intention for your best, highest, most glorious inner manifestation. And as we create our inner manifestation, then our heart peacefulness, the vision of our inner selves goes out, and we can share it to others. When we heal ourselves, we can heal our planet. And Dr. Amba and I absolutely felt the connection of what it takes for us to heal our planet and to create peace upon our planet. We both have that goal for many, 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 many years. And I just love that you started with John and Yoko singing, "All we are saying is give peace a chance," because that's really all it takes. And all it takes is for us to honor our inner peace and for it to vibrate out with the sound, which you will hear in a moment. I'll play the sounds. And the sounds help peace vibrate from your inner soul to the outer planet, all the way through. So we are here creating peacefulness together and manifesting that with our intentions. So as I play the crystal bowls, you'll hear the sound in a moment. The sound is not coming through, but what I'm showing you is your intentions for your inner peace and your inner vision of the magical manifestation. When you create those intentions, they literally go right into the bowl. And you may remember the story of stone soup, where everybody brings something to put into the bowl to create soup. Well, with your intention right now, as I am playing the bowl, create the intention you desire for your magical manifestation and put it right in the bowls. And then I'll stir the cauldron because we're all the witchy witch ladies. And I'll stir the cauldron. And as I stir and you hear the sounds rise up, they go up into the beautiful cosmic self. And our cosmic selves connect with divine source. And we are creating cosmic soup. We're creating divine intention cosmic soup. So hold your intention as I play, and you will hear me channeling light language from the galactics because I channel the Galactic Council of the Star System of Sirius. And so they come through me, and you're going to hear all kinds of interesting things. So take your time and enjoy this divine intention, magical manifestation, cosmic soup. Ah, ah, I feel all your beautiful intentions now rain down upon us from the cosmos so that we can all create magic in this special group together and manifest peace upon the planet.
I just here. I just encouraged everyone to take a few deep breaths after that beautiful experience with Priestess Michele Newman and feeling that good vibration and intention of what we want or desire. I try to use the word desire instead of want because that's a little lower of a vibration. And I encourage you all to notice if the words you use have a bit of a lower vibration to say, oh, isn't that fascinating? And without judgment, just shift to using a different set of words, maybe. Um, that beautiful vibration that made me feel so juicy and every part of my body tingling. I'm so grateful feeling that intention into the bowl of like a cauldron is exactly what we do with Taoist magic, which can be Christian, which can be um, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever spiritual faith you have, to put the intention that there is this magic space that we are putting in and stirring and creating. And in Taoism, we say the lower Dantian. So the upper Dantian area is the head, and then the heart area and middle Dantian around the solar plexus area. And then the lower dantian is the lower abdomen. And the lower dantian is that cauldron, is that place where we make the magic that we bring out into the world. And definitely, as she had mentioned, Michelle mentioned the intention. We put it in. And if you've worked with me before, you know there's four keys to medical Qigong therapy and Taoist mysticism, Christian mysticism, Buddhist mysticism. That four keys are intention, as she said, attention. Anybody? You remember? Intention, attention, imagination, and sensation. Those are the four keys. So we really intend this is creating world peace. This is the highest good I believe there is. And from inner peace is how we are intending we create it. Having that beautiful self love and inner peace comes from being, as Esther Hicks, who works with Abraham, if you know who that is, says, is being on a higher flying disc, being on that higher vibration or frequency. However, the little bit different way of practice with Taoist magic, or the way I practice with manifesting, is, and this is a good timing for my friend Valerie to come in. The the newer way for a lot of people who are not used to thinking, oh, I have to feel good, I have to feel good to manifest things, to be on that higher vibration, is to say, I don't feel good. What kind of don't feel good do I not feel good? And honor that as a sacred part of you and move it or transmute it. Because with physics, you can either move something somewhere else or you can change it into something else. It doesn't just disappear. We need to transmute it or move it. And energy is uncomfortable emotions or it's virtues. So knowing what those uncomfortable emotions are in the heart, anxiety, nervousness, expectations not met, which relates to the fire element and the season of summer, the spleen, worry, and overthinking. That's related to the earth element, and that's between seasons, and especially the fifth season, which is late summer in Chinese medicine. And then we have the lungs, which is the metal element, and that's sadness, grief, shame, or guilt. If I notice I feel a little sad because things in my life are changing in a way that is sad, then I am focusing on the metal element, which is not just metal, but minerals. So that's sadness, grief, shame or guilt, and more as well. But we focus on these with my practice. And kidneys, fear, loneliness. That's the water element. And it's related to, I didn't say that the lungs are related to fall, kidneys, water related to winter. And then the last one, and I think the most important one for women, is the liver, and that is the wood element, and that is anger, frustration, impatience, and it is related to spring. And we are in spring going into summer right now, although the transition is through that earth element of spleen. And I also love that Miss Michele mentioned that the tree, the plant, the tree has roots in the earth, and it has, reaching up to the heavens. That lovely way she put heaven to earth. And that's exactly what we are. We are in a human body having the spiritual experience from heaven to earth, right? And like a tree, we're connected and rooted, some of us more than others, in earth. And we're reaching to heavens, and we're getting the sunlight, we're getting our nutrients, and up to us if we are being intentional, how we connect with heaven, how we connect with earth, how rooted are we. I often teach the mudra: hold your thumbs, squeeze them gently, and let them hang. That is one way to be rooted. And this is one part of, and Erica's going to enter, and this is one part of manifesting, is knowing that we are a spiritual being in a human body, a little tree walking around on the planet, rooted in the earth and reaching up to heavens. So when we do manifesting, we have this magical tool called a wooden pencil. And I'm looking for mine, and I don't know where it is because I was writing notes while Michele was talking with my pen. But we use the wooden pencil, which relates to the wood element, and we use yellow paper, which relates to the earth element. And as I said, the transition between seasons is earth, and that yellow paper, it's connecting to earth, where we are getting grounded, putting our desires for world peace, our desires for whatever we would like to bring into our life. I work with people. I always say there's only certain things that can be manifested with me, and that is certain things that are only for yourself. Other than we're rippling out our inner peace to create world peace. We're creating world peace in ourselves, our inner peace in ourselves, to create better relationships with others, because then they react to us differently because we have changed a bit. We can never, with my practice, do anything that changes someone else because that'd be against their free will. We only can work with our free will and divine will. So that heaven to earth with our manifesting and honoring the uncomfortable emotions, which I said liver was anger, frustration, impatience, and heart, anxiety, nervousness, expectations not met. Well, we also have virtues for all of these. And this transition of going into the recharging what's already there is that movement in nature. And this is also part of the transition between seasons right now. We're moving in nature, this momentum that we're utilizing when we're manifesting. So, like we did with my lovely friend Michele, we listened to the sound intentionally and felt the vibration. And I'm inviting you now to just take a moment to ask God, Source Divine, whoever you call your higher power, for a blessing for this practice we're doing now to help us really clean out what is uncomfortable in us at the moment. Definitely, we'll start with a little meditation to help transmute that energy of what's going on in the world and donate spirit money to those beings of light who can do something. And I'll do it very quickly so that you can see it and do it longer if you like. But really setting that intention that this process of these exercises is helping each one of us manifest inner peace and self love in ourselves. And that in turn ripples out for world peace. And that also is intention that whatever you'd like to add to the cosmic soup, I loved that, for our manifesting what we want to bring into our life, what we desire. Cancel, cancel, cancel that once. The desire to bring into our lives. Now, that little meditation I'm going to share with you was taught to me by Lama Lar, and he is in the Enigma Buddhist tradition and teaches in Taos, New Mexico. He's my teacher's teacher. And he shared with us when there was, nuclear spillage and things going on in Japan, how now with social media and things and news all over the world, we can get information really fast and it can be overwhelming. And this is one of the intentions with this world peace today that we're creating. There's so much news and things that are very heavy right now as it is 2025, June 19th. And also celebrating Juneteenth here in America, honoring those who were in slavery and didn't get the news till I think it was 2 years after they were free. And this is also something I want to talk about later too, that we are free now, and a lot of us don't realize that we're free. Um, and yes, there's a lot to talk about. So I'm going to be quick because we're also going to be doing some movement in a moment. So this I want to teach you really quick. If you don't know, this is sword fingers. Bring your two piece fingers together. If you're north of the equator, you go clockwise. If you were below the equator, you'd go counterclockwise. What we're doing with this is pointing at the ground, usually standing up, and making a large clockwise circle that gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And we're pointing at the ground because the intention is we're making a vortex that the energy can go into the earth and take anything toxic or pathogenic, chi or prana, into the earth to be recycled and transmuted. Now, that said, the intention also is that this closes when we're done. I go driving and I do it and have it following me while I drive, and I get mad at people. You don't drive well. But the intention, this vortex will close. So whatever we're releasing is going in there and it's not hanging around in the room. So this little quick meditation, just go ahead and close your eyes and relax your body and imagine right now that you're having a physical body and an energy body, which is a little outside and part of you, and the spirit body, which is even further out and is a part of you. And as you sit here, imagine the spirit body and energy body are lifting up together out of your physical body and flying up into the clouds and flying over to the Himalaya Mountains or Himalaya Mountains. And they are going to a top peak where there is a beautiful lake and ferns and some mountains around that lake. And you just come and land, and your spirit and energy body as one, walk to a sacred building where there is a door, and it is a temple or some spiritual energy building. And you see a male and a female angel or deity or whatever works for you. You see them at the door and you bow to them and they bow to you, and you go inside. And this place is like in America, we have Red Cross where you donate your money to help victims of fires or earthquakes or things. You donate money to help them recover. Well, this is a spiritual sort of Red Cross where we're going into this building to donate sort of a high power prayer to those beings who are in war or who are considering war, who are maybe in places of danger or violence or lack or any sort of suffering, that we're donating our spirit money or energy money to help them by giving this energy to beings of light that can do something where we may feel helpless. So imagine in front of you, inside of this sort of sacred temple, a golden orb, and from our heart, we have a gold light come out, and it just goes right in like a gold mist going into that golden orb from our heart to this golden orb in front of us, with our prayers and well wishes for those who are suffering to have comfort, for those who are considering war to consider peace instead, for those who are having challenges of any sort, that gold energy going in there to give this donated energy money, spirit money to angels and beings of light who can comfort those in need and who can help anyone and everyone. And in this high powered prayer from our heart, this gold coming out to this gold orb, we know that this is powerful, high powered prayer. And we are letting go of our own worry or our own fear, because we know we are doing something right now. We are donating our love and our energy to those beings of light who can do something and are doing something. And we have enabled them even more to do more. So when you feel complete, there's a lot of gold coming from your heart, donating into this golden orb, this sort of spiritual Red Cross. Go ahead and just bow and turn and walk out the door with your energy and spirit body that are as one. And as you walk out the door, you bow to the male and female deities or angels that are at the door. And then you turn and fly up into the clouds again and across the world into your physical body. And you sit complete and wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. And this meditation is an alchemy that you do more and more. It becomes faster and faster. And whenever you turn on the news, and I hope ideally you do not turn news on, I hope you read it because you can put it down. If you see social media or whatever, uh, you know, if possible, turn it off and go to your favorite Mother Jones or whatever physical paper you can look at so you can put it down. And this whole meditation is to do this alchemy in ourselves so that we feel that we're not helpless, because we're not. We are doing this high powered prayer and we're transmuting the energy in ourselves. So, this is one thing we can do. For manifesting, the next thing we're going to do is take a break to go to the restroom. And I'm going to move my location. So if you need the restroom, right now is the time to go. And I'll be back in a moment. So here I am by my favorite redwood here. And we just wanted to continue a little moment with this tree, wood element, and that gold within the bowl. That is one of the bowls Michele Newman has. And we're just going to have her do the sound and continue that feeling of the alchemy of donating that spirit money. If you want to go ahead.
The giving of our spiritual, our spiritual flow, our spiritual river coming right from our heart into the golden orb is such a beautiful image. And this golden bowl that I'm about to play is indeed the soft and nurturing embrace of our love source with the strength of ageless wisdom, grace, and healing. This golden bowl sings the power of the heart in accomplishing a life well lived with compassion and courage. And we need that compassion and courage because that's what helps us to truly create peace on our planet.
And it seems a little frozen there, but the tone was home. There we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I loved that. Thank you, thank you. And you froze a little bit, so I added in that tone. So perfect, perfect. So we're going to do some movement, the most important movement when we have transitions between anything in life, and that is Old Man and Tide Pool. Transitions between seasons is the most important time to do this exercise. It does have a contraindication that you would never do this more than 2 weeks if you're doing it every day. So remember, if you do Old Man and Tide Pool, only for 12 to 14 days max if you're doing it every day. It's good to do maybe 1 or 2 days or 3 days if you have something going on in your life. Um, it helps really kind of bring up all the old emotions and pull them out with whatever's going on now. So when I talk about sound, ha, HAA for the heart, make that vortex. Letting go of anxiety, nervousness, expectations not met. And in this exercise, it has that piece. Then normally for the lungs, it's for our purposes, it's chong most of the time, SHONG. But for this particular practice, it is sh, that sound sh in Old Man and Typo. There are multiple sounds, healing sounds for different organ systems. Fire for the heart, which is summer. The lungs, that sh sound for any sadness, grief, shame, or guilt. Then normally for the liver, I like whoa or shri on the right side body, pulling out any anger, frustration, impatience. And on the left side body, the spleen, dong, DONG, like dog, dong, to pull out worry and overthinking. And the kidney, we do not make a sound. There's a reason for that. So when we do this exercise, we're going to not do the regular sounds. We're going to do the ha, and we're going to do the sh, and we're going to do the different sound that does both the lungs, liver, and the spleen, which is whoa, like whoa, horsey, WOAH, maybe. Whoa. And the movements go like this, okay? We're going to have our feet hip width apart and our knees are bent. And we're going to inhale our arms out, chest goes forward, and push your butt back. As you exhale forward, let your hips fold forward, and you're going to alternate your hands like this as you make the sh sound. Sh. Really relax the neck as you do that. And then bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time, if that's available. If that's not available, you can look forward, flat back, and hinge from the hips. But regularly we bend and roll up as we inhale, and the hands come above our head. And I can't have that look quite long enough, but hands come above the head and we hold like we're holding sparrows, and the elbows are in, and we make a ah sound. The thumbs are facing lung one and two. Then we thumbs are facing out and we make the whoa sound. And we sit for this part and round the lower back like our back is a C, letter C, like cat. Okay. And then inhale, standing up. Ah, thumbs out. Whoa, rounding that lower back. One more time, standing up, inhaling. Ah, thumbs out. Whoa. So that's one set. of Old Man and Tide Pool. When we're doing the shh, that's releasing from the lungs, sadness, grief, shame, or guilt into that vortex. When we make that it's letting go of any anxiety, nervousness, expectations not met from the heart. When we make that, we kind of pull like a kung fu position and sit down and round the back. We do that. Whoa. Excuse me, whoa with a W. Whoa. It hits the liver and the spleen, letting go of anger, frustration, and patience on the right, letting go of any worry and overthinking on the left. So you can put the intention, anything in your life that brings up these uncomfortable emotions, we're honoring them and we're letting it go out of the physical tissues into the earth. So we're expressing and honoring these sacred emotions because they are part of us. This is the difference between Esther Hicks, which is wonderful, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good is wonderful, and that's where we want to be. But we need first in our practice to honor the uncomfortable emotions and release them into the earth to be transmuted. So they're going somewhere. This movement then allows us, I'll tell you the next part after we do it a couple times. Okay. So inhaling, arms out, dive forward, and that sh sound, alternating the hands. Let the head hang, bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Inhaling, hands above the head, and then like holding sparrows. Ah, thumbs out. Whoa. Again. Ah, thumbs out. Whoa. One last time. Really stretching that spine. Ah, elbows in, thumbs out. Whoa. We're gonna do it all over again. Inhale, arms out, dive forward. Alternating the hands like you're looking through the water. Bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Ah, whoa. Ah, whoa. And this can be done really slow or this fast. It's up to you. One more time. Ah, whoa. Again, inhale, arms out, dive forward. Shh. One more breath. Bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. And thumbs towards you, thumbs out. Whoa. And you can sneak a breath if you need to. Ah. Whoa. Last one. Ah. Whoa. And we want to do this now whispered. So what we just did before, we're whispering it. When we do it out loud, it's for the physical tissues. When we do it whispered, it's more for the emotional, energetic part. So inhaling out and a whisper. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Oh. Whoa. Inhale. Oh. Whoa. Again, inhale, arms out, dive forward, whispering. Bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Ah, whoa, bending the knees even more. Whoa. Inhaling, straightening the legs. Oh, slight bend. Oh, then a more deeper bend and rounding the lower back. Whoa. Now we're going to do one cycle silent so the air is coming out. The intention is that sound, but we're doing it just silent, just the air. Inhaling, dive forward, silent, shh. One more breath down here. Bending the knees, rolling up. Silent ha, silent whoa. Again, silent ha, silent whoa. One more time. And now we're going to do one last set out loud again. Inhale, arms out, alternating the hands. Bending the knees, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. One last one. Oh, whoa. And just step in place, bring your feet closer together, shake your arms out. Let's do one pulling down the heavens. So that's inhaling up and imagine an energy shower coming down the front of the body with a ha sound. Ah, just cleaning off. Same movement, same sound, but the intention is the back of the body. Ah, and then the center of the body. Ah, the divine energy shower, just cleaning off. Everything is gone into that vortex. Usually I have a straight arm and I do a big circle getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I usually have the mudra of heaven with the other hand. And if you forget to do the vortex, you can afterwards do the vortex like a little garbage disposal, sucking it out, okay? Going into the earth to be recycled. Now, this is a purgation exercise, meaning letting go or taking away when there's too much of something. The other aspect in Chinese medicine, one of them, is tonifying or adding where there's maybe not enough. So after doing this, the transition, like from season to season, is now cultivating what we are born with and actually recharging, if you will, or because we've created more space in these organ systems, we have ability to recharge and expand what's already there. So from the heart, I'd love you to just hold your heart for a moment, close your eyes and imagine you have a fire in front of you, a beautiful fire pit, or you could have a candle too. And imagine the flame and the fire energy as you inhale going into the heart, carrying with it a beautiful pink color. And the lips closed. Exhale, absorb into the heart joy, tranquility, and order. the virtues you were born with in the heart. Again, imagine that fire pit in front of you. Inhale. It's beautiful fire energy, pink color, lips closed. Exhale, absorb joy, tranquility, and order. One more time. Inhale that beautiful fire element energy, pink color, lips closed. Exhale, absorb like a sponge, joy, tranquility, and order. Just enjoy that yummy feeling. As we move to the left side body and spleen, you can put your hands just under the ribs here and give a little massage and thank you, spleen, for all the lovely work you do for us. And imagine you're on top of a mountain. Maybe you could be barefoot on the earth somewhere. And you see beautiful, maybe yellow flowers around you, a sunset maybe, and the sun, that yellow color. And you bring in that earth gold color as you inhale and lips closed, exhale, absorb trust, openness, sincerity, trust that everything's going to be amazing, openness to the lessons we're receiving, and sincerity, the sincere path that we're on for our highest good and everyone's highest good. Again, bringing that earth energy in, that gold color, lips closed, and absorb trust, openness, sincerity. One more time. Inhale, gold color, earth energy, lips closed, and absorb trust that everything's going to be amazing, openness, sincerity. Just feel that beautiful feeling. Maybe shift your feet if you need to, if you're standing, and make sure you're nice and comfy. And we move to the lungs, the metal element. And just a little massage here, thanking the lungs for the beautiful work of breathing and all circulating of oxygen. And we're going to imagine that we are near a cave and there are beautiful stones and minerals and metal. And we breathe in a pearly white color, the metal element, lips closed, absorb courage, integrity, dignity, the virtues we were born with in the lungs. Again, inhale pearly white color, metal element, lips closed, exhale, absorb courage, integrity, dignity. Sometimes it's the courage to stand in your integrity and the courage to remember your divinity. Again, inhaling that metal element, pearly white color, into the lungs, lips closed, absorb courage, integrity, dignity. Just enjoy that feeling. Smiling if you're not smiling already. And we're going to move down to the kidneys. They're in the back, but I'm having my hands kind of in the front area of the lower body. And we're going to imagine the blue color like I'm wearing, or dark blue, dark purple, purple, black, all colors related to water element and kidneys. We're going to inhale blue color, water element to the kidneys. Lips closed, absorb self-confidence, inner strength and wisdom into the kidneys. Again, breathe in water and blue color. Maybe you can imagine water in front of you like an ocean or lake. Lips closed, exhale, absorb self-confidence, inner strength, and wisdom. The virtues you were born with in the kidneys. One more time, inhale, gathering, bringing in the element of water, recharging what's already there, lips closed, absorb self-confidence, inner strength, and wisdom. And the wisdom is not just from your lifetime, but past lifetimes, not just your lessons of this life, but your ancestors' wisdom that is coming from all of that. Just feel that juicy, lovely feeling of your kidneys, reminding them, hey, this is who you really are. And then moving to the liver, the wood element. Imagine, like behind me, a beautiful redwood tree, green color. Inhale, wood element, green color into the liver on the right side body. Lips closed, absorb compassion, kindness, and patience for yourself and others. Again, inhale, wood element, green color, compassion, kindness, and patience, and see that rippling out already to the planet. Lips closed, exhale, absorb compassion, kindness, and patience. Little lovely feeling. Again, inhale, wood element, green color, lips closed, absorb compassion, kindness, and patience. And the wood is the spring. This wood is what feeds the fire. As we go back up to the heart, the fire element, the summer season. It's magical time, the Agni, the burning off what is no longer serving us, which is creating more space for the growth of new and evolving self, the burning of old paradigms and bringing us the ability to see through the forest and see our path for our highest purpose, to help us to feel that sense of power for our self love, our empowerment that is inner peace at our natural state. Remembering that, practicing that. And we're going to again bring in, imagine that fire in front of us and maybe some pink roses and pink flowers. Inhale that pink color, fire element to the heart. Lips closed, absorb joy, tranquility, and order. Again, inhaling fire element, pink color. Lips closed, absorb joy, tranquility, and order. That state of being we want to carry with us in our heart to share with others with this very true feeling of honoring any anxiety or any nervousness or expectations not met, or to the deeper extent, depression or despair are related to the heart in Chinese medicine. So, with this joy, tranquility, and order, and all this trust, openness, sincerity, all this courage, integrity, dignity, and self confidence, inner strength, and wisdom, and compassion, kindness, and patience, we are at this very space now at the end of this to really intend a rainbow of color. And before I say it, I want to say anyone with cancer that might be listening to the replays, no good energy is ever sent to cancer. No love, no rainbow, no color, because we starve cancer, we don't feed it. So the intention is none of this lovely energy is going to feed cancer. So that intention is set. Your cancer is surrounded by little angels, killing it and shrinking it, and also protecting it from being fed by anything because we want to starve it if we have cancer. Okay, so that said, no cancer getting what we're doing of any of this juicy color and positive energy. So the last is inhaling a rainbow. See that rainbow arc right into you and all of the body. Feel that body totally full of this rainbow color, and lips open this time and blow out a rainbow across the planet and see world peace and happiness. Again, see that rainbow arching, filling up every cell and tissue of your body, and inner peace and happiness, and blow it out. See the rainbow covering the planet, and we have world peace on the planet, vibrating out from our own inner peace. Last time, inhale a rainbow of color, all the cells and tissues of the body, and blow that rainbow across the planet. See it all over the planet. See people putting their guns down. See people smiling. See people having big aha moments. And from this space, we're going to just imagine like a snow shaker. This is where we take that cauldron or the lower dantian, the cosmic soup of our creation. We're going to take all this positive energy that's been transmuted already, this shift with the lovely season change, that mixed with what we've just done, the transition between the uncomfortable emotions and the virtues. We're bringing it all in down to the lower dantian like a snow shaker that's been shaken. That energy comes down to the lower dantian and it just settles like a snow shaker that's been shaken. And it's staying there in the lower dantian, and it is the foundation for your day, for your life. Whether you do this exactly like this or you do other practices of medical qigong, the intention is we have inner peace and knowing which organ is feeling which uncomfortable emotion. You can do those healing sounds of the ha or the guo or the dong or the shang for any of the organs to release the emotions and then cultivate what you were born with. And in that transition, you always are going to have the magic momentum of the transition, like we have very powerful right now in the season of transition seasons. And we're going to take a little off the recording to share, and also now to the other people who came on, just say hello and to share what are some of the things other than world peace you are intending to manifest. And I'm going to do that while I'm walking. One person was mentioning about manifesting good health and every a surgery that's coming up. And I have to mention one big thing with manifesting in the practices that we do for medical qigong and for manifesting, Taoist manifesting, is that we say optimal health first. And outside of that, like, having a beautiful home or a compassionate partner or, more economic, financial stability, all of that can also affect your health. However, when we're manifesting, it's important to be at optimal emotional health and optimal physical health. If there's something going on, it's great to do medical qigong practices to get first in that super healthy state. And so I just wanted to bring that up really quick to say that. So we were just sharing some things that each one of us want to manifest, desire to manifest outside of world peace. And that is all coming from inner peace going to world peace. And I spoke to Lindsay just the other day about the practice that I want to share with you right now, which uh, you may have done with me before, called Con Lee. The reason that this exercise is very important right now is because it can be depressing. It can be overwhelming for many people in June of 2025 when there are so many incredibly stressful things going on in the world and in our personal lives. And that might create a sense of not feeling super balanced or mentally centered. So, this exercise is one that also is for pre and post surgery. It's for osteoporosis. It's for anything to do with bones. It's for building the T cells in my new puppy is running around like a crazy dog right now. Uh, she's so cute. I will have to show her to you when she slows down from running. Um, so this exercise, and that's exactly what it's like with life. Things are like going around, running around crazy, and it is nothing to do with us, maybe. However, if we're sensitive people, sometimes it's easy to get off center or off balance for some of us. So this is a great tool also for people who have bipolar, who have schizophrenia, who have depression. It's for people who have mental illness, people who have, there's so many reasons to do this exercise. Most of the prescription medical Qigong, uh, prescription meditations have multiple purposes. And this one we're intending when we do it is that it's helping us really be centered and aligned with our highest good and to be focused, because we do this for dementia as well. We do it for brain fog. There's a long list. Uh, However, for this intention, all of that, yes, maybe is good for us. But the intention, attention, imagination, sensation is that it is helping us stay in alignment with our highest good and our purpose, and that we are strong and focused on our manifesting, on doing the manifesting, and especially because it is the season of summer right now. And we are using the fire element, the heart fire, and the water, the kidney water, which the water is actually the grandmother to the fire. So it is controlling. So we put more water on the fire when it's out of control, right? And we can create mist, right? So this exercise, we're going to focus on the heart area and the lower dantian area here. And we're going to inhale, the fire descends, and at the same time, the water from the kidney ascends, and they come together in the solar plexus area, and they create this divine mist, if you will. And when we do that, it's all on an inhale that fire descends and the water ascends. And then we hold our breath here and we're holding that divine mist. And then we're exhaling, lips closed, turning the hands around. And then we're holding this ball of energy again. And the fire descends and the water ascends as we inhale. And we hold this ball of energy, this divine mist that's created, lips closed, exhale. It is spreading through the whole body, the bones, the brain, the sea of marrow, we call it. So inhale, fire descends, water ascends, creates this divine ball of energy, this mist. Exhale, lips closed. See that mist nurturing all the bones and the brain. Inhale, fire descends, water ascends. They meet in the middle. Hold your breath. That divine mist is really getting nice and misty. Lips closed, exhale. Feel the bones in the feet, the bones of your skull, every bone in your body getting nourished. Inhale, fire and water together, communicating. Exhale, that divine mist. We really need the heart and the kidney to communicate for clarity, for focus. Inhale, fire and water come together. Lips closed, holding the breath. Exhale. That mist is spreading out. I like to imagine like a glow in the dark skeleton getting brighter and brighter. Inhaling, hold that divine mist. See the sea of marrow, creating more fighter T cells if you need them to fight any cancer, to fight anything that's not serving you. Inhale, fire and water together. This exercise also removes scar tissue. Exhale, it grows bone density. But our intention today is helping us focus and stay on our highest path. Inhale, fire and water together. And that our divine mist created is nurturing the brain that is focusing on what we're manifesting. Really sort of misting the seeds that are growing quickly into world peace, into self-love, into this energy that is helping us. Inhale, fire and water together. that divine mist. Exhale. This divine mist is helping us really be a radiant light to bring us the pathways that we can see them clearly, to take the steps to what we're manifesting, to bring into our life. Inhale, fire and water together. Holding the divine mist. Exhale, nurturing the bones and the brain. One more time. Inhale, fire descends, water ascends. Holding this ball of energy, this divine mist, maybe pulsating on it. And then exhale, smiling, feeling the bones and the brain, everything all tingly and bright. And from here, I would love you to do a little energy up the back. Just imagine you're bringing energy up your back to the top of your head. Inhale. Actually, exhale. Am I inhaling or exhaling? Inhale. Inhale down the front of the body. And then just here, imagine there's a little drum inside of you. Hold your breath. A little drum in that lower dantian, that cauldron, if you will. Pong, pong, pong. All the energy kind of bouncing like a drum. And then exhale. The energy rises up your back. Inhale. The energy goes down the front, and then hold your breath as this ball of energy goes bong, 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 bong inside that cauldron, that lower dantian. Exhale. The energy rises up the back. Inhale down the front. Hold the breath. You just feel that ball of energy. Bong, bong, bong. Exhale. The energy rises up the back. One more time. Inhaling energy down the front. This is called beating and drumming. Exhale, or just feel that holding the breath, bong, 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 that energy kind of going around in the lower dantian. Then exhale, it rises up to the top of the head. And then just let the energy, like a snow shaker that's been shaken, come down to the lower dantian. We're going to end with 3 pulling down the heavens, inhaling. Relax the face and jaw. And the back of the body is the intention. Relax all the body, the bones. Inhaling. Center of the body is the intention. All the organs and muscles relaxing. In a state of relaxation, we can heal anything in our body, and we can also manifest from a relaxed state. So thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. I'm Dr. Amba of Sit Wellness, Sit and Meditate, not Medicate, and I will see you soon.